Hello, happy Monday. Welcome to our second video in this series. Thank you for waking up 15 minutes earlier than you normally would. I'm really glad you're here. I'm glad you're doing this for your body and your mind. So we're gonna get started just in a seated position. Close your eyes, rest your hands somewhere on your body, and just think of one thing that you're really grateful for and make it different from yesterday. We can all find 7 things that we're grateful for. And take 3 deep breaths. Okay, open your eyes, grab your mat, and join me whenever you're ready. We're gonna get started in Baddha Konasana, so kind of a butterfly pose. You'll bring your knees out to the side, soles of your feet will touch in the center. I want you to hold on to your ankles with your hands. So on an inhale, we're gonna expand through our chest, arc through our spine, drop our head back. Exhale, fold down over your feet. You might not get very far, I know it's morning time, but just do what you can. Inhale, cow with your spine again. And then exhale, slide your hands up to your knees and manually bring your knees into center as you round your forehead down. Now slide your hands down to your ankles. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring those knees into center and drop your forehead. Inhale, cow. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, up. Expand through your chest. Exhale, bring those knees in with your hands. Fold in. We'll do 2 more of this sequence. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Pull your chest through your shoulders. Exhale, drop your body down. Inhale. Lift it high. Exhale, use your hands to fold your knees in. Good. We'll keep this shape with our legs, but we'll bring it to a supine position. So Supta Baddha Konasana. You lay down on your back. Soles of your feet are touching. Blade edges of your feet are resting on the mat. Take out any wiggles that you need. And then we're gonna push through our feet and bridge up. So it's kind of like an awkward frog bridge that you might see. And then we're gonna roll onto our left thigh, and the right arm is gonna sweep to the right and overhead. Bring that arm back in, come back to center, but stay bridged up, and then exhale, release. Inhale, bridge up. Exhale, drop onto your right thigh. Inhale, sweep your left arm overhead. Exhale, bring it back in. Stay for a second and drop down. Bridge up. Roll onto your left outer thigh. Fingertips reach behind you really high. Come back down. Bridge in the center and drop the hips. Push through the blade edges of your feet. Lift your hips up. Roll onto your side. As your fingertips come high, you might feel more of an extension through that top hip, and that's exactly what we want. So feel free to kind of poke your hip forward even more when you're reaching and engage that glute. Center, drop down. A couple more on each side. Extend through that hip as you reach. Come to center, release your bridge. Push through your feet, lift your hips. Drop onto the right outer thigh. Left fingertips circle around. to center and drop down. Let's do one more on each side. Inhale, bridge. Exhale, drop onto your right thigh. Inhale, left fingertips circle around. Exhale, bring them back in, hold the bridge, and release. Good. From here, just roll onto your side, push up to a seated position, and we're gonna find deer. So remember, this is our 90-90 position, and deer just means your feet are tucked in closer to your body. So do it facing the side of your mat just because we'll need this space. What we're gonna do, so let's have our left knee kind of our lead main knee right now. And we're gonna bring our left arm overhead, create a side bend through the left side body. Exhale down, plant the left fingertips. Inhale, you're gonna push through your knees and lift your hips up. So the right arm will sweep overhead. Exhale, drop the hips down, let the right arm circle back down and bring you all the way to the right side. So now we're switching the rotation of our legs. Now our left femur is internally rotated, our right femur is externally rotated. So side bend, plant your left fingertips, reach, right arm overhead. Exhale, plant right fingertips. Inhale, push through your shins, feet, and knees to lift the hips. Exhale, drop down, let that left hand carry you all the way over. And try to switch your knees without using your hands. Inhale, left arm overhead. Exhale, drop. Inhale, bridge up. Exhale, drop. That arm carries you all the way to the other side. Inhale, side bend, right arm, right bicep frames the right ear. Exhale, plant those fingertips down. Inhale, push through your knees, lift your hips. Good. Exhale, down. Use your own body to bring those knees over. Side bend with the left arm. Plant that hand. Extend your hips. Raise your right arm high overhead. And release your hips down. Side bend to the right. Drop those fingertips. Extend your hips. Release. Let your left hand guide your knees to the other side, deer pose. We'll do one more on each side. Good. And just find a seated position. Then move to a downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, widen your fingertips, put weight through your knuckles, wrap your elbow pits forward, and lift your hips high. So from here, we're gonna come into three-legged dog, lift the left leg high. Exhale, tiger curl. So shift forward in a plank, bring your left knee to your left elbow. Inhale, lift it high again. Exhale, you're gonna plant your left foot between your hands, or a little bit behind, and then you're gonna rotate all 10 toes to face the left. So we're coming into reverse Skandasana. This is a lot on the outer hips. So if you're up here, that is perfectly fine, or if you place a pillow underneath your hips, whatever you need to do. If you're able, drop your right hip down to the mat. On an inhale, we're gonna push through our blade edge of our right foot, both feet actually, and lift the left hip high. Create kind of a rainbow shape through your body, and back down. Plant your left hand, turn to face the top of the mat, and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, tiger curl. Shift forward to plank, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, come forward again. Plant your right foot behind your hands. All 10 toes face the right now. Bring your left hip down as far as is comfortable. And inhale to sweep the right arm overhead. Lift your right hip high. and back down. Good. Turn, face the top of the mat. Come back to downward facing dog. And then drop onto your knees for child's pose. 2 big breaths. Good. Reach those hands forward. Tuck your toes and come back into your downward facing dog. We'll do that again. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, tiger curl. Activating through the shoulders, the arms, the core. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, plant your left foot. Rotate all 10 toes to face the left. Drop the right hip down. Inhale, sweep your left arm overhead as you lift your left hip to the sky. Exhale, down. All 10 toes face forward. Step back to down dog. Inhale, lift your right foot high. Exhale, tiger curl. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, plant that foot. Rotate all 10 toes, face the right. Drop the left hip down. Inhale, sweeps you up. And back down. Turn to face the top. Step back to down dog. And drop into child's pose. Take a couple breaths. Reach your hands out long. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. Wrap your outer armpits down to stretch through your lats. Inhale, left leg raises high. Exhale, tiger curl. Inhale, high. Exhale, plant that left foot. Rotate your toes to the left. Drop the right hip. Inhale, sweep left arm over. Raise your left hip. Exhale, drop it down. Plant your hands. Step back, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, tiger curl. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, plant that foot. Inhale, rotate your toes. Exhale, drop the hip. Inhale, sweep it open. Create that rainbow shape. Exhale, release. Plant your hand. Down dog, child's pose. Take a little rest here. Send breath into your low back. Feel it expand in your hands. We're gonna do this round without my cues, so you can watch me, or I think you probably know the drill by now. So start in your down dog and go for it. Let your breath be your guide. 1 breath per movement. We'll meet in child's pose for a couple breaths. All right, reach your hands out long. We're gonna do one last round together. Tuck your toes, lift your hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, plant the left foot. Inhale, rotate your toes. Exhale, drop the right hip. Inhale, sweep it open. Exhale, release. Inhale, plant. Rotate back to the top of the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot sweeps high. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale. Exhale, plant that foot. Inhale, rotate your toes to the right. Exhale, drop the hip. Inhale, reach your right hip high to the sky. Exhale, release. Inhale, face the top. Exhale, down dog. And then release to one final child's pose. Good. Wiggle through your fingers, push to a seated position. And then we'll end with our thought of gratitude. So find that thing that you noted or identified at the beginning of class. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths in gratitude for that. Open your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me. I know that was definitely an opener for the outer hips, but that was a pose, the reverse skandasana, that was really, really hard for me at first. But just stick with it, do a little practice every day, and you will see these changes in your body. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.